Welcome to session. I am Valarmadi, belongs to IT department in M. Kumarasamy College of Engineering. I am going to explain non-linear data structure topics. Okay. So before that, we should know what is data structures and what are the types of data structures, why we are using data structure in real world. Okay. We will see one by one. First, I have to explain what is data structure. Definition of data structure is a way of organizing data with the relationship with each other. Okay, so we have to focus some enterprise. Okay, we have to collect some data with help of some modules. Okay, example, abstract data types. Here we have insert, delete, find, some operations performs there. Okay, already I said no. What is data structures? The way of organizing and storing the data with the help of the relationship with each other. Okay, so here access and modified efficiently. So what is the example of data structure? Array, list, stack, queue. Okay, these are all the non-linear data structures. Okay, so linear data structures: array, list, stack, queue. Non-linear data structures: trees and graphs. So before that, we should know what is data and information. Okay, so data means it's a raw data. Okay, everything in the real world that is data. Okay, for example, sun is a data. Okay, and the number is a data, string is a data, name is a data. Okay, so when will you say information? Okay, this is a processed data. So we have to give one loop. Okay, number of times it will ask means it's a processed data. Okay, this is called as information. Okay, for real-time example, we have to create a one form. Okay, for example, railway ticket reservation. Okay, so we have to give the details: name, your name, age, and then seat numbers, address. Okay, so here we have to collect the many data based on some criteria. Okay, this is a processed data. Okay, so that's why I mentioned here information is a processed data. For example, Mr. X, okay, has roll number 10 and scored 1200 mark. Okay, so here processed. Okay, so when will you say these things is called as information? The information is processed data. Okay, the next slide is types of data structures. Okay, here it has two types of data structures: primitive data structures, non-primitive data structures. Okay, so what is primitive data structures? It is a data structures which can be directly operated by machine. Okay, suppose we want to give one data. Okay, so based on the data, the compiler will work. Okay, so machine only operator, that's why it's called as primitive data structures. Another one, non-primitive data structures. Okay, here same group of data types or different group of data types, it's called as non-primitive data structures. Another word is combination of heterogeneous or homogeneous data. Okay, for example, tree graph. Okay, non-linear data structures, it has two types. Okay, linear data, non-primitive data structures again classify two types: linear data structures, non-linear data structures. What is linear data structures? Here we have to store the data simultaneously or in orderly. We have to store the data in particular way. Okay, here also various operations are applied in a sequence order. Okay, for example, array, stack, linked list. Okay, these are all the example of linear data structures. The next, what is non-linear data structures? So non-linear means we have to store the data randomly. Okay, here we can insert, delete operation is performed easily. In linear data structures, it's somewhat difficult. Okay, so what is non-linear data structures? Here data are stored in randomly. Okay, for example, trees and graph. The next slide is ADT. Okay, so what is the abbreviation of ADT? Abstract data types. Here, what is the main goal of ADT, abstract data types? Here, large amount of modules, we have to split the subdivided modules. Okay, that is goal of abstract data types. For example, matrix program. Okay, here we have lot of operation is there, so each and every time we have to compile that program, means it will execute a whole program lines. Okay, it will take more time and space. Okay, that's why we can use ADT method. Okay, so when will you use some operation particularly, means here we can call that function only. So we can avoid compile time highly. Okay, the next, suppose we want to create a one table, and then we are then we have to use insertion operation, deletion operation, means that particular function will be work while compiling time. Okay, that's why we are using ADT. Okay, so what is the disadvantage of array? Then why we are going list operation? Okay, here array. So here number of data stored in randomly or sequentially. Okay, here insertion and deletion operation somewhat difficult, and here in array concept, if we have to follow some storage constraint. Okay, so when you are using array concept in your program, we have to fix the size. Okay, so we can't insert more elements at runtime. That's why we have to go in list concept. Okay, what is list? It's a storage data structures. Okay, so here we have to continuously insert the element at that time. The next slide is implementation of list ATT. So what are the implementation of list ATT? Array, linked list and cursor. Okay, in array implementation, very easy. Already you know that we have to store the data in order. Okay, then what are the operation performed in array implementation? Insert, delete and is empty function. The next one, linked list. Okay, so each data item is embedded in a link. So what is the meaning here? So we have to continuously we have to continuously store the data. The next, when you are using linked list concept in data structure, automatically you have to use pointer. Okay, that is called as next pointer. Okay, so with the help of pointer, we have to insert a element in particular position. Okay, so if the list only way to access an item is to traverse the list. The next point, we have to insert the element. Here linked list, it has two types. Okay, singly linked list, doubly linked list. Singly linked list, just a normal linked list. It has two portion, first one data, the next one pointer. Okay, then doubly linked list, it has three portion. Okay, middle element is data, the next first position is previous pointer, and the last position is next pointer. Okay, that's why we have to combine previous node and the next node at that time. Okay, so once pointer will store the next node, means immediately link will be established. The next one, simple array implementation of list. Okay, so here insertion can be implemented just by using an array. Yes, just normally we have to store the data. Okay, so if you want to implement or if you want to allocate the data continuously, means before that you should mention the array size. Okay, when you are applying high storage size in your programming, it's somewhat difficult. Okay, so we can use linked list concept. So this is the structure of linked list. Here we can avoid the cost of insertion and deletion, so we can focus on list. Okay, here also data stored continuously, and we will check the element middle also. Okay, so searching function here possible. Okay, so first structure A1, A2, A3, A4, A5 is a example of data element. Okay, the next I have given some example for understanding purpose. So A1 is a data. Okay, then A2, A3 and so on. Okay, then here let us see 800, 712, 992, 692 and then 0. Okay, here is a pointer location. Okay, listen ma, here first header node, this is a header node. Okay, so A1 is a data, the next header node address is 1000. Okay, the next immediate node is A2. Here A2 is a data. Then what is the address node here? 800 is a address node. Okay, then third one A3. A3 is a data, and then address node is 712. Here another one name is index value. Okay, so 1800, 712, 992, 692, these are all the index values. Okay, so when you are applying this value in particular position here, okay, pointer position, the link will be established. Okay, so look at the picture ma. First A1. Okay, so the next here, okay, next address will be point to this position. Okay, so link will be established. Then 712, third one is stored in second next pointer. Okay, as well as we are used at last position. Okay, here no more element is not there, so just you have to make us 0 or null. Okay, so what will compiler understand? Here ending node is there. Okay, no more data is not inserted. Okay, here I have given codings, pseudocode for array implementation of ADT. Okay, the first one called as header node. Okay, then simultaneously we have to insert next element. So type definition, structure node, pointer. Here structure concept is applied. Okay, struct is a keyword. Okay, the node is a class name. Then within the curly braces we have to define the elements. Okay, element type is element, node pointer is next. Okay, so we have to close the class with the help of semicolon. Okay, this is the structure format for create a node. The next type definition node pointer list. Okay, so in assumption, what is the assumption here? List. Okay, type definition node pointer. The next position. Okay, so we have to define with the help of type definition. Okay, the next one insertion operation. So this is a function prototype. Okay, so void is a keyword, insert is a function, element type X and list L, position P is a arguments. Okay, here open the curly braces. So you have to define the temporary cell position. Then here the next line temp cell. Okay, temp cell. Here we have to allocate the memory size for particular node. Okay, that's why we are to using position malloc size of structure node. Okay, the next we have to check the list is empty or full. Okay, so what we'll do here, we have to use if statement here. Okay, so if temporary cell equal null. Okay, if condition is true means it will be display out of space. Okay, or else what will be work. Okay, so temporary cell element X. So which line is used to store the next address pointer? Okay, so here this is Okay, so temporary cell element X means automatically data will be stored first position. The next temp cell next. Okay, P of next. Okay, so what is the meaning here? Position or next. Okay, pointer will be stored in temporary next position. Okay, so then when you are insert a next position address stored in new node means the link will be established. Okay, then next what we'll do here, just you have to make a P of next is called as temporary cell. Okay, so automatically link will be established both side. So now we had inserted one element middle of the stage. Okay, so look at the picture, we have to understand easily. So A1 A2 and then here we want to insert X middle of the A2 and A3. Okay, just A3 address will be stored in this position and then temporary cell address is stored here. Okay, then automatically link will be established. Okay, so this is the pseudocode for insertion operation. The next one, deletion operation. Okay, so now we want to delete a middle of the element. Okay, so let's see, void delete element of X and then list L. Okay, so this is a function prototype. So void is a keyword, delete is a function name, here arguments. Okay, so within the curly braces we have to define and definition of functions. Okay, so position P temporary cell we have to define. The next P of find previous X comma L. So what is the meaning of this line? Just we have to find the element which position you have to delete. Okay, the next if statement. What is the use of if statement? Position of next is not equal to null. Okay, this is the node is available or not. Okay, if it is condition true means temporary cell P of next position on the next node is temporary cell, we have to assign it. Okay, then P of next. Okay, P of next is assigned to temporary cell of next. Okay, wow. So this is the temporary cell. Okay, this is the position. So P of next node is stored to temporary of next. Okay, so automatically link will be established here. Okay, then A3 A4 connection is cut. Okay, then free temporary cell. Okay, wow. So automatically the address is erased. So what will happen here? Automatically A3 is removed from the list. Again I tell you. So A2 address, okay, A2 address will be stored in A4 and then A4 address will be stored in A5. Okay, so A3 doesn't have address here. So what will happen here? Automatically this particular node will be deleted. Okay, this is the pseudocode for deletion. The next we have to find the elements from the list. What we'll do here, just we have to find the position of next. Okay, so easily we have to search the element. Position find. Okay, so position find is a operation. Okay, element type X, list L. Okay, this is the arguments. Here define the position. P is a position. Then P, L of next. Okay, list of next. So L of next, here next operator. Okay, wow. Here this is the important steps for find. Okay, position of next is not equal to null and operator. Position of element is not equal to X. Okay, suppose if you want, I have created one list 10, 5, 30. Okay, I want to delete an element 5. Okay, it's the middle of the element. Okay, so pointer is point to the header point. So what will happen here? First we have to check it that the element is same as given element. Okay, so I have given 5. So 10 is not equal to 5. Okay, the next we will go to next position. Okay, p of element not equal to x check panu. Okay, p of element x is matches. Okay, fine. We have to find here, as well as we have to check p of not equal to null. Okay, so what happened here? It's automatically it's not null. Okay, so both conditions are true. So what will happen here? Just p of next will be returned. Okay, so that address node pointer will be display here. Okay, so return p. At last we have to mention return p. So position pointer is displayed. Okay, then last one is empty is last. Okay, here we want to check whether the list is full or not. Okay, when will you say the list is empty, the list is full? Empty means none of the element is not present from the list. Okay, so empty means no data is not available from the list. The next is full. Okay, then entire space will be occupied some elements. Okay, so that situation is called as is full. Okay, here the function, the test whether a linked list is empty. Okay, integer is a data type, is empty is a function. You have to mention list L arguments. Okay, argument passed here. Return L of next equal to null. Okay, so list or the next pointer is not is equal null means is automatically we will say the list is empty. Okay, then function to test whether a linked list is last. We have to find the last element node from the list. Okay, so what we'll say here, just you say p of next equal to null. Okay, so position of next is null means this is the last node. Okay, till now we have seen insertion, deletion, find, is last and is empty. Okay, the next concept is doubly and circularly linked list. Already I said doubly linked list 3 position in node. Okay, so here first is a previous element address, the next position is a data, and then third one next position address. This is previous, this is a next. Okay, simultaneously we have to insert element and entire. Okay, so A1, A2, A3, A4, A5 is a data, then you have to connectivity each other. Okay, then this is a structure of doubly linked list. Okay, the next one circularly linked list. Here it is same as, it is similar as singly linked list. Okay, look at the diagram. This is a data, this is a address pointer location. Okay, so it is automatically connected. Okay, the last element, okay, is not in null pointer, it will be moved to first address position. Okay, it's called first node. Okay, so when will you use this location for first node address? So it is automatically connected in first node. Okay, so this is a circular form, that's why we called circularly linked list. So here easily search the element and insert the element. Okay, then last one, doubly circularly linked list. Okay, so listen carefully. it is similar as doubly linked list. Here note it down, first node and then last node address will be stored together. Okay, so first node pointer point to the here, the last pointer address node is point to the here. Okay, so when you implement this concept, means it is very easy. Okay, the next one, a radix sort. This is a next example for linked list. Okay, the another one name is bucket sort. Okay, so here another one name card sort and then bucket sort. Okay, it was used until the advent of modern computers to sort of old style punch card. Okay, here first we have to consider how many elements are used. Okay, and then least significant bit and most significant bit we have to identify for store the data. Okay, so listen, so look at the picture here. Okay, here first all the elements are sorted according the numbers. Okay, so here we have to find the next least significant bit and store the data based on bit significant. Okay, here I have taken 8 elements for radix sort. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Yes, 8 data is there. Okay, here 9 buckets is used. Okay, first here pass 1. Okay, listen, so first we have to identify how many bits are used. Okay, here 3 bits, here also 3 bits, here 2, here single. Okay, so you want to make all the bits are size is 3. Okay, so what will happen here, 15. Okay, wow. So you should add 0 before the 1. Okay, wow. 0 1 5. Okay, the next here double 0 added before 8. Here 1 0 0 1 0 0 8 0 and then 0 2 5. Okay, okay, the next identify the least significant bit. Okay, so it's a right side element. This is 187. Here 7 is a least significant bit. The next 174. Okay, so 174 means 4 is a least significant bit. Okay, then 15. Okay, wow. Here first we have make 0 1 5. Okay, 0 1 5 means 5 is a least significant bit. The next one 8. Okay, wow. So we already we can modify that data 008. Okay, so 8 is a least significant bit. So corresponding bucket we have to store it. Listen, 187. Okay, where is the 7th bucket? Here. So we have to put it here, 187. Okay, the next 174. Okay, so 4 is a least significant bit. So this element will be stored on 4th bucket. Listen here. Okay, the next 1 5. So what happened here? So this is a least significant bit 5. So automatically it will be stored on 5th position. Okay, 5th bucket 50. Okay, 8. Simultaneously it will be stored. Okay, then another one important point. So you have to store the data in order. Okay, so first element 25 means you will take first element. Okay, the next element 256 means you have to take second element is second time. Okay, suppose 256. So it will be stored in 6th bucket. So 25 means 5. Okay, so it will be move on 5th bucket. The next 80 0. Okay, listen. So here inserted here. Okay, 80. The next 10 0. So you have to store it here. Then 8th bucket. 15 1 5 5th bucket. 174 here and 187 here. Okay, here after completing a one process, okay, so here to write bottom of the element, okay. So in 0th bucket the last element is 80, first element is 10, okay wow. So here note it down, bottom level approach, okay wow. So 80 is a first position, 10 is a second position, third one 174, fifth one 25, the next element 15, and then 256, 187, okay. So this process is continuously work on for all the numbers, okay wow. So this radix sort is depend upon the number of digit in the numbers what I have given, okay. So passes 1 is completed, so here 2 passes is there, we have to complete for radix sort, okay. How will you say 3 passes, okay wow, your digit number is 3, so automatically process 3 is occur, okay. The next input 80, 10, 174, 25, 15, 256, 187, 8, okay, pass 2. So we 2 digit numbers, 1 digit numbers will make as 3 digit. So what we'll do here, just you have to add 0 before that number, okay. So first element is 80, okay wow. So what's the position here? First position, the element is 080, okay wow. So next least significant bit is 8, isn't it? So here 80, okay wow, we'll move on here 80, the next 10, 010, okay wow, least significant bit is 1, okay wow. So 1, where is the first bucket is there? Here, so automatically it will be stored on here. The next 174, 7th is a next least significant bit, so it will be stored on 7th bucket. Then 25, so second bucket, it will be move on second bucket. 15, okay, so 1 is a next least significant bit, so it will be move on first bucket. The next element is 256, here 5, okay. See here it will move on 5th bucket, okay. The next 187, so 8th, okay wow, 8th is a least next significant bit, so it will be move on 8th bucket. At last it's a single number, okay. So remember it here 008, okay wow. So 0 means it's moved to 0th bucket, okay wow. Here we can write orderly, here bottom up approach, so you have to take a element top to bottom to top. So 8, 10, 15, 25, 256, 174, 80, 187, okay. So this is the answer for second pass. The next we will move on third pass, okay, last pass, okay. Listen, so what is the first step? We have to make 3 digit position for all elements. So 008, 010, 015, 025, 256, 174, 080, 187, okay. Then next find out the most significant bit, okay wow. So this is a most significant bit, okay. The next corresponding buckets we have to move it on there, okay. So listen, 008, so 0, where it is 0th bucket here, so it will be move on here, okay. The next 010, okay wow, so 10 also move to 0th bucket. The next 015, okay, 15, okay wow, so it's also moved to 0th bucket. The next 025, okay, 025 means what will happen here? It's this element also move to 0th bucket. The next 256, What's the most significant bit here? 2. So bucket 2, it will occupied. Okay, 256. The next most significant bit 1. Okay, wow. So 174. Here 174. 80, 080. Okay, so 80 will be move on here. The last one 187. So most significant bit is 1. Okay, so 187 will be move on first bucket. Okay, so corresponding buckets are loaded. Okay, so finally we have to write in bottom to top. So 8, 10, 15, 25, 80, 175, 187, 256. Okay, so you have to write order. Okay, wow. So this is the final answer for radix bucket. Okay, so listen here, it will take more time and more buckets. Okay, that's why it's somewhat difficult. Okay, because each and every time we have to check it digit as well as buckets. Okay, so time and space are occupied more. Okay, the next concept is stack. Okay, wow, stack ADT. So here stack queue list is the linear data structure types. Okay, so what is stack? So stack is last in first out. Okay, so when you are insert a element in last position, okay, no problem. Okay, wow, but it will be delete an element first position. Okay, wow. So here insertion and deletion operation is somewhat difficult to do it, because we cannot delete the element middle of the array. Okay, so this is the difficulty for stack. Here 3 operations are performed, that is as push, pop and top. Okay, here what is the principle follow here? So principle is last in first out. Okay, so what is the condition applied here? So here the list or the stack or queue. Okay, here whether the given array is empty or full. Okay, these 3 things is very important on data structures. Okay, stack. So fundamental operation on a stack are push. Okay, when is equivalent to an insert and pop, which delete the most recently inserted element. Yes, so last in first out. Okay, so look at the picture here, push x comma yes. Okay, wow. So we have to push the element on stack. The next pop. Okay, so we have delete operation here. Okay, listen, insertion and deletion operation can be performed at the one end. Okay, so one way operation performed here. For real time example, some students, okay, some students submit the assignment. What will happen? The first person will submit the assignment on particular table, means the first assignment will be stored on last. Okay, wow. So more than one students come and submit their assignment, means it will be dump it. Okay, wow. Buffer concept. Okay, wow. The last assignment is show the first assignment. Okay, this is the implementation of stack. So here 2 implementation is available, array and linked list. Okay, okay, this is the structure node of stack. Here element and pointer will be defined within the structure concept. So structure node, calibrations, element type is element, node pointer is next. With the help of semicolon we have to close the class. Okay, here we have to check is empty or create the stack. How will you create the stack? Just create the size, memory size for given array, and then you have to check the stack is empty or full. Okay, so we will see one by one. First, integer is a data type, is empty is a function. So here argument passed. Okay, return. So within the return statement we have to use the next pointer is null or not. Okay, whether the pointer is null means the stack is empty. Okay, the next pseudocode for create operation. Okay, so stack yes, then here stack size is define and create the size. Okay, so malloc means memory allocation for particular node. Okay, each and every time the node will be used means automatically size will be created. The next if condition is used for checking the stack is empty or full. Okay, so if condition is true means it will be display out of space, otherwise it's written the stack. Here push and top. Okay, suppose if you want to insert a element on stack, you have to follow this condition. Okay, so void push element type x and stack s. So void is a keyword. Okay, push is a function. Okay, here argument passed. Listen. So node pointer and the temporary cell is defined. Okay, so temporary cell node pointer malloc size of structure node. This statement is used for create the memory size for given node. Okay, the next whether the stack is null or full. Okay, here full, so it will be display out of space. If it is not true, if condition means these three lines are will be work. Okay, temporary cell element is x, the next temporary cell of next, okay, stack pointer will be stored there, and then we will call or we will return s of next is a temporary cell. Okay, automatically node will be inserted on stack in particular position. Okay, so what is the use of top pointer? When top pointer will be move on top position means there one element is inserted. Okay, so it's simply saying, okay, so top pointer will be moved now, automatically one element is stored. Okay, so here element type top stack yes. Okay, if is empty stack is empty or not. Okay, so condition true means it will be display empty stack, otherwise it's written the all the elements available in stack. Okay, so what are the elements available in stack means it will be display top to bottom. Okay, the next delete operation, that is pop operation. Okay, so once top pointer will be move on bottom side. Okay, it will be decrease the pointer. Okay, so minus means it will be delete the element particular position. So void pop stack s. Void is a keyword, pop is a function name. Okay, if is empty s is a function name. Okay, if it is condition is true means it will be display empty, stack is empty, otherwise particular location point out there, so that element will be deleted. Okay, again I will recall that topic because this is important. Okay, here this is a linear data structures. Here stack pointer, okay, pop push top, these three are using insert and delete and point to the pointer. Okay, the next for last in first out. Okay, so last element is stored last position not. Okay, so last position will be stored in first element. Okay, So what are the application of stack? So balancing symbols, evaluation of postfix expression, infix to postfix conversion, and then function calls. These are all the application of stacks. And then different types of notation to represent arithmetic expression. Okay, here this is the main concept of data structures: infix expression, postfix expression, prefix expression. Okay, here how to evaluate the arithmetic expression. Okay, wow. Here I have given one PDF. Here in this PDF we have to see how to convert infix to postfix. Here we have to follow the 3 rules. Okay, listen. First rule: when you are insert a symbols on the stack which is high priority, first it comes. Okay, no problem. Okay, the next element is low priority, means it's not allowed to store stack. This is the first one. The next when will you push the low priority value on the stack? Okay, stack is accepted. Okay, then immediately next element is high priority, then it's not accepted. Okay, wow. The third one, both operator is equal. Okay, then immediately we have to pop the top of the element from the stack, and then next element will be stored on stack. These 3 things should follow when we'll convert infix to postfix expression. Okay, then again I will tell you, higher priority is come. Okay, then above high priority it should not come low priority. The next rule is low priority is come first, the next it's not allowed to higher priority. Then third one, both operator is equal priority, then immediately you pop the element from the stack and then you have to insert new operators. Okay, let's see one example for understanding purpose. Look at the PDF. Okay, what is the expression? A plus within the bracket b minus c star d star, again you have to use within the bracket e plus f. Okay, this is a infix expression. So what is, when will you say infix expression? So infix expressions have some structures. Okay, operand and then operator, again operand. Okay, this is the structure. The next, what is postfix? Postfix means first operand present and the next operator present. Okay, wow. Here we will apply arithmetic expression rule for infix to postfix. Okay, okay. First read the expression. What is the first element present here? A. Okay, this is a operand. Okay, so when will you read the expression, at the time it the first position is operand, means it will be stored on output box. Okay, so operand, so we have to put it output box A. The next element is operator. Okay, wow. So this is a plus symbols. Okay, wow. So this is a low priority. So here plus symbol is stored on stack. The next is a open bracket. So it is also one type of symbol. So we have inserted on stack. The next B is a operand. So we have to move on output box A, B. Okay. The next minus. Okay. So this is a symbol. So we will put it on stack. The next element is operand. Okay, wow. C. Okay. it will be stored on output box. The next closed bracket. So these symbols also stored in stack. Listen. So when will you have open and closed bracket on stack means, so within the brackets strike out and pop that element. Okay, so listen, for last element is plus. Again here open bracket, then minus, and then closed bracket. So within the open and close, here what will happen here? Here strike out that open and close bracket, and then immediately you have to pop the minus symbols. Okay, so minus, it will be stored on output box, minus. Okay, the next star operator. Okay, plus symbols is there. Okay, here it will show. Oh, okay, plus is there. Okay, the next star. Okay, on low priority, above high priority, this allowed. This is a rule. Okay, so plus, the next star will be stored on here. The next element is operand. Okay, D. Here it will becomes here output box. Okay, D. The next star. Listen, already stack have star operator. Okay, top of the position. The next, in expression we have to read next star pointer. Okay, it's both are equal. So what will happen? So what will happen here? If both equal priority is, means we have to delete from that operator on stack and store it output box. Then after that we have to insert that star operator onto the stack. Okay, here I have to pop that element. Okay, now stack have plus operator and then star operator. Okay, the next open bracket. Okay, so it is available on expression. So open bracket, it will be stored on stack. The next operand is E. Okay, so what will happen? E operand is stored on output box. Okay, so E. Then plus. Okay, here store on stack. The next F operand, so it will be stored on output box. The next close bracket, it will be move on stack. Okay, so listen, already I said when will you have open and close bracket on stack. So within the brackets you have some elements, means immediately you have to pop. Okay, so the next you have to pop here. The next element is star, here also pop. At last plus operation pop. Okay, so everything popped from stack. Okay, so here we got it, final answer. Okay, postfix. So what is the output of given expression is A, B, C minus D star E F plus star plus. This is a final answer for this expression. I conclude this session.